Love, in its most ideal form, is described as patient, forgiving, and enduring. It does not obsess over past mistakes or keep emotional scorecards. Instead, it chooses faith when suspicion would be easier, optimism when doubt feels safer, and protection when retreat might seem wiser. Above all, love is meant to last. That philosophy framed the moment when two individual lives were formally joined. When vows were exchanged and a shared future was declared, the message of that ceremony was unmistakable. This marriage was intended to withstand storms, not just celebrate sunshine to the outside world. That promise looked unbreakable from the very beginning. The relationship between Travis Barker and Kourtney Kardashian appeared almost fully formed upon arrival, as if it had been lifted from a film script and placed directly into real life. Their engagement unfolded on a glowing California shoreline, surrounded by endless roses and soft candlelight, every detail curated to perfection. Cameras documented every second. Social media amplified every frame. The moment felt surreal, but in a way that made people believe in it even more. This was not treated as just another celebrity relationship. It was framed as the relationship. A legendary rock drummer and a global reality television figure finally crossing paths after years of parallel lives. Their affection was constant and unapologetic. The physical closeness, the public devotion, the unwavering eye contact, all of it sent a clear message. This was intense, deliberate, and real. When Kourtney revealed her pregnancy, the narrative felt complete. To many, it was proof that genuine love could survive fame, age differences, and long histories of heartbreak. Fans flooded comment sections with praise, calling their connection inspirational. Media outlets framed their story as destiny fulfilled. In an industry known for short-lived romances, this relationship felt different, older, wiser, more grounded. It seemed built not just on attraction, but on intention. But stories that appear flawless are often the ones reality is most eager to challenge. Behind the perfectly filtered images and glowing headlines, another narrative was slowly developing, one that could not be staged or edited. As the attention grew louder, the pressure intensified. And when attention becomes constant, it stops feeling like admiration and starts behaving like heat. Once warmed, the relationship began to test it. The passion the world celebrated would soon collide with history. The certainty fans admired would be forced to answer uncomfortable questions. And the love that appeared immune to collapse would have to confront the truth of what it was really built on. This was only the opening chapter, before romance entered the equation. Travis Barker and Kourtney Kardashian shared something far more: ordinary proximity. For years, they lived near each other in Calabasas, crossing paths casually, raising their children separately, and existing in neighboring worlds without overlap. Travis was the heavily tattooed musician whose life revolved around sound, movement, and adrenaline. Kourtney was the composed Kardashian sister, methodical and self-contained. Long accustomed to living under a microscope, their connection began without spectacle. It was rooted in friendship, familiarity, and trust built over time. No public buildup, no countdown, no obvious turning point for outsiders to analyze. And then, seemingly overnight, everything changed. Once the boundary between friendship and romance was crossed, the transformation was immediate and unstoppable. Public appearances multiplied. Their physical closeness became constant. The world's attention snapped into focus. Their relationship accelerated quickly, leaving little space for hesitation or reflection. Within a year, Travis proposed. Once again, the setting was grand and symbolic, a beach bathed in candlelight, surrounded by roses, designed to feel timeless. He knelt. She accepted. The internet erupted. Media narratives followed instantly. Headlines declared that Kourtney had finally found lasting love. Fans celebrated her story as proof that happiness could come later in life, after disappointment and growth. Every shared image reinforced the idea that this was fate fulfilled. The pace did not slow. Their families blended with surprising ease. Kourtney's children and Travis's kids connected quickly, their bond appearing natural rather than forced. For once, a blended celebrity family seemed to function smoothly, and that alone felt remarkable. Then came the weddings. More than one. A spontaneous, chaotic ceremony in Las Vegas, a lavish, meticulously curated celebration in Italy, surrounded by historic architecture, couture fashion, and overwhelming floral displays. Each event became international news. Each vow transformed into another viral moment. To the public, the repetition of celebration reinforced certainty. More weddings meant deeper commitment. More spectacle suggested greater permanence. But spectacle always demands a price. When the ceremonies ended and the cameras moved on, real life returned. And unlike weddings, real life does not pause for costume changes or reset between scenes. When the past refuses to stay Celia knee cracks, then a relationship rarely announce themselves dramatically at first. They begin as discomfort, as unanswered questions, as feelings that refuse to settle for Kourtney. That discomfort found a source in words Travis had written long before she was part of his life. In his memoir, he openly acknowledged that he had once been attracted to Kim Kardashian, Kourtney's younger sister. To the public, it sounded like harmless honesty. A dated confession shared without apparent malice. Many dismissed it as irrelevant. For Kourtney, it carried weight. That admission reopened insecurities and reignited long-standing tension between two sisters. This relationship had always been complicated. Their bond had long existed in a fragile balance of love, rivalry, comparison, and unresolved conflict. The situation intensified when Travis's former wife added her voice to the narrative, claiming his interest in Kim had once crossed boundaries. Travis denied any affair, but he did not deny the attraction. He framed his openness as growth and accountability. Honesty, however, does not always bring relief. Family gatherings grew tense. Conversations carried unspoken meaning. Smiles became restrained. The past occupied space at the table, refusing to stay buried. The timing made everything worse. These revelations resurfaced just as Travis and Kourtney were attempting to build permanence, marriage, parenthood, stability. Instead of moving forward freely, they were forced to confront moments neither of them could rewrite. The internet amplified every detail. Old interviews resurfaced. Clips were analyzed frame by frame. Expressions were scrutinized. Silence became suspicious. Kourtney was no longer navigating just a marriage, but a family dynamic under global surveillance. Love, loyalty, and trust blurred together, tightening with every rumor. A history that shapes the PRS&T to understand the emotional weight Kourtney carried. One must look beyond a single confession and into Travis Barker's broader romantic history. Long before marriage, Travis developed a reputation for struggling with fidelity. His relationships often followed a familiar cycle: intense beginnings, temptation, regret, and very public fallout. In previous marriages, he admitted to infidelity. Former partners described emotional turbulence and broken trust. Whether every claim was precise mattered less than the pattern itself. The perception endured that history did not disappear when vows were exchanged. For someone building a future on trust, such patterns are impossible to ignore. Love may soften memory, but it rarely erases it. Each resurfacing story reinforced a fear Kourtney could not fully silence, that the past might repeat itself. At the same time, observers began questioning the balance of power within the marriage. What once appeared mutual slowly seemed directional. Insiders suggested Kourtney was reshaping her lifestyle to align with Travis's preferences, her clothing, diet, routines, and daily habits. Fans initially praised the shift as growth. Others saw something more concerning: compromise edging toward self-erasure. Family members reportedly noticed the change. Worries emerged that Kourtney was losing parts of her independence, that the relationship was becoming consuming rather than empowering. Public affection continued, but its tone shifted. What once felt spontaneous began to appear deliberate. Each kiss looked intentional. Each post strategic. The question quietly emerged. Was this love being lived or managed? Life on the road and emotional diastance, the true test arrived when Travis returned to touring with Blink 182. Music had always been central to his identity. This time, Kourtney joined him, determined to keep their family together while bringing their newborn son along. On the surface, it appeared romantica, rock star father blending career and family life. But proximity does not always equal connection. Those who encountered them during the tour noticed tension. Travis appeared stretched thin, torn between performance demands and family responsibilities. On stage, he was energized and explosive. Off stage, he appeared burdened. Kourtney leaned harder into projecting unity, sharing affectionate moments and reinforcing the narrative. But rather than closing the gap, the effort seemed to widen it. Then came Valentine's Day, a day symbolizing closeness passed with them in separate cities. Headlines followed immediately. Supporters defended them. Skeptics questioned the distance. The absence spoke louder than explanations. Rumors, reality, and for a seat. Soon after, reports surfaced suggesting they were not living together full-time. What once sounded like rumor began to feel plausible. The idea of separation no longer seemed unthinkably felt possible. From the outside, Travis Barker and Kourtney Kardashian still resembled a Hollywood ideal. Romance, extravagance, blended families, and a new child. But when the filters faded, fragility remained. Unresolved history, public confessions, family tension. And long-standing behavioral patterns continued to test the marriage's foundation. Passion now competed with exhaustion and due.
Travis Barker just shook the whole internet because the whispers aren't whispers anymore. People close to the couple swear Travis has been dropping hints that he wants out, and the energy around him is louder than ever. Fans thought his love with Kourtney Kardashian was unbreakable, but behind the scenes, the vibe has flipped hard. Something snapped, and it looks like Travis is no longer trying to hide it. At first, everything looked perfect. Romantic trips, non-stop PDA, dream weddings, and that soulmate energy they loved showing off. But lately, Travis has been moving different. Insiders say he's been distant, edgy, and way less patient than the calm, supportive husband everyone thought he was. And now, the bombshell is dropping. He's telling friends the pressure, the attention, and the constant Kardashian chaos have pushed him to the edge. What's wild is how fast things changed. One moment, he was obsessed with Kourtney, couldn't keep his hands off her, praising her in every interview. But now, people around him claim he's frustrated, drained, and tired of feeling boxed in by the Kardashian machine. He's been calling everything too much, saying he needs space, quiet, and freedom, something that doesn't exist in their world anymore. And while Kourtney is trying her best to hold things together, the writing is on the wall. Record of no wrong, it always trusts, it always hopes, it always protects. And love, as the Bible says, love never fails. That's the love that you'll commit to each other today. But that's the way God has loved you. You're no longer just your own selves. You are now one union. I'm going to ask you to stand so you don't have to continue to do a plank at your own wedding. I'm going to start with you, Travis. You. But lately, Travis hasn't been hiding what he's feeling at all. Instead, he's been doing the opposite of trying, showing up cold at public events, skipping family gatherings he once prioritized, leaving Kourtney out of trips he used to beg her to come on. And fans noticed immediately. Social media lit up with comments asking the same question over and over again. Is Travis actually done? At this point, the signs aren't quiet. They're loud, they're obvious, and they're impossible to ignore. Now the question everyone's afraid to ask is hanging heavy in the air. Is Travis Barker really thinking about walking away from the marriage? Did what once felt like a dream romance finally crack under pressure? Or is this his way of forcing Kourtney to change the dynamic completely? No matter the answer, one thing is clear. This revelation has shifted the entire Kardashian universe. And the fallout? It's only just beginning. As Travis continued to pull away, people close to him started noticing even stranger behavior, and none of it looked like a normal rough patch. Sources say he stopped answering calls, avoided emotional conversations, and brushed off nearly every attempt Kourtney made to reconnect. But the most shocking part? Travis reportedly told a few trusted friends that he feels trapped, like the walls of Kardashian fame are slowly closing in on him. Fans can't believe it. This is the same man who once said Kourtney gave him peace, balance, and a whole new beginning. He openly praised her for changing his life. But now, insiders claim the narrative has flipped. Travis allegedly feels the relationship has become heavy, controlled, and overly tied to public perception. One source even says Travis admitted, "I just want to breathe again." That's not a casual statement. That's a red flag waving at full force. Meanwhile, Kourtney has been trying to keep it together on the surface, but people close to her say she's terrified this could be the start of the end. She's posting sweet captions, sharing affectionate photos, and doing everything she did when the romance first began, almost like she's trying to remind Travis of what they once had. But insiders say Travis barely reacts anymore. No enthusiasm, no warmth. The distance between them isn't just emotional now, it's physical. And here's where things get even messier. Travis has been spending more and more late nights in the studio, something he hasn't done in years. He's taking solo trips, riding his bike alone, avoiding the mansion they once called their safe space. Fans have spotted him out by himself repeatedly, looking stressed, detached, and emotionally drained. This is not the same man who used to light up around Kourtney. The change is undeniable, and people are starting to ask the question nobody wants to say out loud. Has Travis already checked out mentally? Because when someone starts choosing distance over closeness, silence over communication, and escape over effort, it usually means they're preparing for something major, something final. And if Travis really decides to walk away, the Kardashian world is about to explode. As the tension continued building, Hollywood whispers grew louder. Travis wasn't just distant anymore, he was openly frustrated. People in his circle say he's been venting nonstop about feeling drained by the constant pressure of Kardashian life. And when Travis Barker starts talking like that, it's serious. This is a man who survived plane crashes, global tours, and public scandals. Yet the one thing he now says he can't handle is the emotional weight of this marriage. Friends claim he's been repeating one line over and over. "I didn't sign up for all this." And here's the wild part. He wasn't talking about fame or cameras. He was talking about the emotional chaos tied to being connected to one of the most intense families in the world. One insider even said Travis feels like a guest in his own life, like he's constantly adjusting to Kourtney instead of being himself. Meanwhile, Kourtney keeps pushing harder to hold everything together. But according to insiders, that only makes Travis shut down more. Every attempt she makes to plan family shoots, romantic dinners, or trips to fix the vibe is met with excuses. Late nights, studio sessions, sudden obligations. Some nights, he doesn't even come home until late. That's not distance anymore. That's a wall. And then came another turning point. Travis reportedly told a friend that the marriage is losing its soul, that everything feels staged. The PDA, the perfect photos, the sweet captions. He feels like they're acting out a version of love that doesn't match reality behind closed doors. Fans felt that one deeply. Their PDA was once their signature. And now, Travis has stopped liking Kourtney's posts, stopped commenting, stopped showing affection publicly. Fans noticed instantly and began asking, why has he gone silent? And sometimes, silence says everything. Now the rumors are moving fast. Travis may be preparing for a huge decision, something that could change everything. And if that's true, this story is about to enter an entirely new level of chaos. According to insiders, this shift didn't happen overnight. It's been building for months. Travis has reportedly told friends he feels out of sync in his own marriage, like the rhythm he once shared with Kourtney has faded into noise. And coming from a drummer, that metaphor hits hard. He's even admitted he can't recognize the relationship anymore. Too many opinions, too many cameras, too many expectations. One source says Travis confessed, "I don't know what's real anymore, and what's just for show." Fans also noticed something else. Travis stopped wearing his wedding ring in recent photos, Whether intentional or not, the internet exploded. People immediately asked, is he sending a message? Because in Hollywood, nothing is accidental. Kourtney, on the other hand, continues posting hopeful quotes and loving selfies. But fans aren't buying it anymore. They see the cracks, they feel the shift, and the question keeps getting louder. Is Travis Barker getting ready to walk away? Sources say Travis has even talked about focusing on himself again. New projects, less pressure, less spotlight, a different chapter. He hasn't said it publicly, but everyone around him feels it. Travis Barker is preparing for something big. So now the world watches closely. Is this the beginning of the end for Travis and Kourtney? Or will something change before it's too late? One thing is certain. The energy around this marriage is unstable, and whatever happens next could break the internet all over again. Now it's your turn. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Travis is really preparing to leave, or is the media blowing everything out of proportion? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss the next update.
Nobody saw this coming, and now the Kardashian empire is cracking from the inside. What started as whispers behind closed doors has now exploded into full-blown family tension. Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker's shocking divorce isn't just breaking hearts, it's exposing deep cracks within the Kardashian sisterhood itself. And here's the part fans can't stop talking about: Kim and Kourtney's reactions. Not supportive, not silent, but loaded with tension, side eyes, and unspoken resentment. Sources close to the family claim the mood behind the scenes has turned icy. And for the first time in years, Kim, Kourtney, and Kourtney may not be on the same page. From awkward silences to passive-aggressive comments, insiders say the fallout is bigger than anyone imagined. So what really went down when the news broke? Why are fans accusing Kim of low-key judgment? And why does Kourtney suddenly look caught in the middle again? Buckle up, because this isn't just a divorce story. It's a Kardashian family showdown. When news of Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker's split began circulating, fans were stunned. This was the couple who gave us non-stop PDA, gothic fairytale vibes, and a love story that felt untouchable. Kourtney had finally found her forever, or so it seemed. But behind the Instagram perfection, cracks were reportedly forming. According to insiders, the tension had been building for months. Different parenting styles, conflicting priorities, and the pressure of blending two families under an intense public microscope. While Kourtney leaned deeper into privacy and boundaries, Travis remained deeply connected to touring, work commitments, and public life. What shocked fans even more was how quickly the family reacted, or didn't. Sources claim the Kardashian household went unusually quiet when the divorce news broke. No immediate statements, no emotional posts, just silence. And in the Kardashian world, silence is never accidental. Kourtney, who has always felt like the outsider among her sisters, reportedly retreated even further inward. She leaned on close friends, her kids, and her own healing journey, not the family group chat. And that's where the tension started. Because Kim and Kourtney, they noticed. Fans began analyzing every detail. Kim's subtle facial expressions during interviews. Kourtney's carefully worded comments about relationships being hard. Even old clips resurfaced where Kim questioned Kourtney's choices, moments that suddenly felt very relevant again. Insiders say Kim's reaction was more analytical than emotional. She allegedly expressed concern about how the divorce could affect the family brand, upcoming projects, and filming schedules. Not out of cruelty, but control. Kourtney, on the other hand, was reportedly torn. Having been through multiple public heartbreaks herself, she understood Kourtney's pain. But she was also stuck between loyalty to Kim and empathy for Kourtney, a position Kourtney knows all too well. And as emotions ran high, old wounds reopened. Because this wasn't just about Travis. This was about years of unresolved resentment. Kim Kardashian's reaction to the divorce has become one of the most debated topics online. Not because of what she said, but because of what she didn't. Fans immediately noticed Kim kept her focus on work, appearances, and brand commitments. While Kourtney stepped back from the spotlight, Kim leaned in hard. Red carpets, interviews, business announcements, almost like nothing had changed. To some fans, this looked cold. Others argue Kim was simply being Kim, compartmentalizing emotions and staying productive. But insiders suggest there was more beneath the surface. Sources close to the family claim Kim privately questioned whether Kourtney rushed into marriage. That comment alone reportedly created tension, especially given their already strained relationship. Remember, this is the same sister dynamic that exploded during past seasons of their reality show. Accusations of judgment, feeling unsupported, feeling misunderstood. Those emotions never fully healed, they just went quiet. And now they're back. Kim is known for believing that relationships require sacrifice and endurance. Kourtney, however, has been vocal about choosing peace over pressure, even if that means walking away. That philosophical difference reportedly caused friction. Insiders say Kim felt Kourtney was checking out of family obligations again, while Kourtney felt Kim was emotionally unavailable when she needed support the most. And then came the subtle shade. Fans spotted Kim liking posts about growth through endings and choosing strength. Nothing direct, but enough to spark speculation. Was it encouragement or commentary? Kim never directly addressed the divorce, but her energy spoke volumes. And in a family where optics matter, energy is everything. If anyone understands heartbreak in this family, it's Khloe Kardashian. So when news broke, fans expected her to be Kourtney's biggest supporter, and in many ways she was. Sources say Khloe reached out privately, checked in frequently, and offered emotional support. But here, the problem. Khloe is also fiercely loyal to Kim. Insiders reveal Khloe struggled to balance empathy for Kourtney while not openly disagreeing with Kim's perspective. That internal conflict reportedly weighed heavily on her. Khloe has spent years playing peacekeeper, smoothing arguments, translating emotions, and absorbing tension that wasn't hers to carry. And this situation was no different. Fans noticed Khloe's carefully neutral language when asked about relationships in interviews. She avoided names, avoided details, avoided sides. But body language doesn't lie. During recent family appearances, viewers noticed distance. Less laughter, more guarded expressions. Moments where Khloe seemed emotionally drained, like she was carrying the weight of everyone else's feelings. Sources claim Khloe encouraged both sisters to communicate, but old habits die hard. Misunderstandings lingered. Feelings went unexpressed. And once again, Khloe found herself stuck in the middle, loving both sisters, but unable to fix what's broken. At the end of the day, Kourtney and Travis, divorce isn't just a relationship ending. It's a mirror reflecting long-standing family dynamics. It exposes the difference between emotional healing and emotional avoidance, between privacy and publicity, between support and silent judgment. Kourtney is choosing herself, even if it means stepping away from expectations. Kim is protecting structure, stability, and the empire she helped build. And Khloe is, once again, trying to hold everyone together. Whether this tension leads to healing or deeper division remains to be seen. One thing is clear, the Kardashian sisterhood is evolving, and fans are watching every move. So now we want to hear from. Do you think Kim was supportive or secretly judgmental? Was Kourtney right to walk away? And should Khloe stop playing peacekeeper? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like, and subscribe for more exclusive celebrity breakdowns you won't see anywhere else. Because when it comes to the Kardashians, the truth is always deeper than the headlines.
Love in its most ideal form is described